This is my first update for the Turn and Burn Project Pan, which was created by Jessica of the Pantastic ladies, and it's all about getting through those gimme products that you have. They could be samples, deluxe samples, they could be just like the last leg of a full-size product that you have. As long as you can get through it pretty quickly, it counts as a turn and burn. Since the project is about getting through them quickly, I have a lot to share with you, so let's jump on in what I went through this past month. After lighting it 11 times, my French baguette candle from Bath & Body Works is completely gone. I do have a question for all you candle people out there. There's just like this little bit here at the bottom that no longer lights and no longer burns. What do you guys do with it when you're done? I personally would not repurchase this. I learned a couple of things about Bath & Body Works and I no longer support the company, which is sad because they make a lot of really nice smelling things. So unfortunately really enjoyed this, but it's going to be a no going forward from me. Next were my little sachets that I had. I have 4 of them. Actually, I have 5 of them, sorry, but I have 4 different products. The first one is Inox UV Sun Pro Sun Fluid. I really enjoyed this, and if I found this on a good price, which to me is under $20, I would actually consider buying the full size. There was also the Haru Haru Wonder Black Rice Bakuchiol Eye Cream. This one I wouldn't repurchase. Personally, I just want a really thick and nourishing eye cream, and this was on more lightweight. So if you're looking for something lightweight, this one might be for you, but unfortunately it wasn't for me. One that is currently in my cart for Stylovana, this is the Dr. G RED Blemish Clear Soothing Cream. This is a maticasticide cream, and this felt great on my skin. I absolutely loved it. So like I said, it's currently sitting in my cart with Stylovana. And then the last one I had was the Skin 1004 Quick Calming Pad. I enjoyed this as I was wearing it. However, it's one of those ones that the longer you wear it, it starts to adhere to your skin, and I personally didn't like that. So just because of that, I wouldn't go with this. I would stick to the ones that I am currently making at home. You're gonna be surprised, but I got through 3 sheet masks, which is a lot for me. I'm super excited about that. And unfortunately, I don't have a lot to say about any of them. The first one was the Keratin IPMP Calming and Hydrating Sheet Mask from April Skin. I remember using this, but I remember absolutely nothing about it. Pretty much the same thing with the Pretty Skin Total Solution Essential Sheet Mask Potato. I was so excited to wear this one. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the whole potato thing. And from what I remember, I think it felt okay on my skin as I was wearing it, but it's one of those ones that you kind of forget that you even did it after the fact. But the one thing I do remember with this one is that the fragrance is strong. And that's definitely something I don't like because I can handle fruit fragrances, I can handle fresh fragrances. Floral to me is a little bit like hit and miss. Like there's certain floral fragrances that just make me absolutely sick. So this one I think was leaning more floral because I did not like it. And then the one that I used the other day was, who was this by? Biodance, the Bio Collagen Real Deep Mask. This is one of those ones that you leave on for about like 4 hours and it changes color. It's also one that kind of like adheres to your skin, and I really didn't enjoy that. The other thing I found with this is that it kind of burned. Like it was so cooling that it burned, if that makes sense. So definitely didn't like this, wouldn't repurchase any. I went through 3 eye masks. The first one was the Look at Me Hydrogel Eye Patch in Green Tea. I enjoy these, but like I don't find them necessary for my routine, so I always go back and forth about whether I would repurchase them or not. Like I enjoy them to the point that I would repurchase them, but I don't technically need them in my skincare routine, so I wouldn't repurchase them. So take that how you will. I super enjoy these. If you're looking for an eye patch, then I would say look at these ones. And then I did end up using 2 of the Numbuzzin NAD Plus Collagen Under Eye Patches. I don't know how I feel about these yet. The first time I used them, it burned my eyes. Second time I used them, it was perfectly fine. And then I also found out that as long as you put them in a sealed container with a little bit of liquid, you can reuse these. So I'm actually reusing my second pair currently. And the third time I wore them, they were a little bit more slippy, which is probably because it's not the same solution that's on it anymore. But I actually found them to be okay. So again, not really sure how I feel about them just yet. On to my skincare minis. The first one I had were the Olay Melting Cloths. I thought the invention of this was actually really cool. The only problem is that the scent of this product was really gross. I don't know which version it was of this because it was the original one that came out, and I'm no longer sure which one that is because they have like 4 different ones. So really like the idea of this. I would consider this for traveling going forward. If they had a vitamin C one, then maybe I would look at that because then fingers crossed it would smell like oranges or lemon or something like that. So yeah, enjoyed these ones. I also have the Skin 1004 Tone Brightening Capsule Ampoule. I found nothing brightening about this, but I did only use it for like 3 weeks. However, I did enjoy it for the centella factor. It was a little bit soothing on my skin. However, I did just bring in the Skin 1004 Poremizing Fresh Ampoule, so I got my centella back in my collection so I wouldn't repurchase this. A product that I wouldn't repurchase, but if it came back in my collection I wouldn't be mad. Hopefully that makes sense. This is the Cellumax Noni Ampoule. This smelled like mugwort, if you're familiar with that. So did enjoy this while I was using it, but just not enough to consider going out and purchasing it, but enough that, like I said, I would use it again and happily use it again if it found its way back in my collection. And then a product that is 100% disappointing. This is Peter Thomas Roth Potency Brightening Vitamin C Moisturizer. I learned some things about him as well in this past week or two, and I am 100% disappointed, and I no longer support this company. So to me, it doesn't matter what I think about this product because I would not buy from this brand. Last product I have is my little makeup sachet. This was Huda Beauty's Easy Blur Primer, and I think it's Robert Welch who said on here that primer is meant to help you with a problem before you put on your foundation. And quite honestly, I have pretty balanced skin aside from the fact when it's peeling from retinol, which it is right now, but I don't think there's a primer for peeling retinol problems. So I really don't need primer. I just used it because I got it, so don't come to me looking for a review of this because I'd be the worst person to ask. Now onto the products that I did use but I just didn't use up. The first one are the Orencia Fresh Green Cleanser. This one here, according to my notes, I used this 10 times. So I actually made quite a good dent in this product. It's just unfortunately didn't get all the way through it. A product I used 8 times is the Skin 1004 Light Cleansing Oil. And as you can see, I made a good dent in here, but again, we just didn't get all the way through the product. One that I used 4 times is my Unleashia Glitter Gel. This one I did have to repackage my Zecia glitter stick in here because the container I had, it just wasn't working. So the white stuff is the Zecia glitter stick, and then the purple stuff on the bottom is the Unleashia glitter gel. I have been using both. This one I don't know if I said, but I used it 4 times. And then one that I used 1 time was the Living Proof Restore Perfecting Spray. On to the products that I haven't touched. The first one was my Mingxier Compact Sheet Mask. I'm not even sure how many I have left of these at this point, so I'm going to have to count. Something that I find super exciting, I only have 5 sheet masks left. When did that happen? So I'm super excited about that. I have 2 Life Brand foot masks as well, and then I have 3 each of my eye masks, so 3 of the Look At Me, 3 of the Numbuzzin, and then the last product I have, which probably isn't going to be touched until I can make a good dent on my expired toners, but I also do have the Haru Haru Wonder Black Rice Probiotics Barrier Essence. This one I didn't use. So I would say I have a good mix of products I didn't use and products that I actually managed to get through. So I'm super excited about that, super excited to have them out of my collection, and kind of with that Dr. G moisturizing cream, I'm really happy to have found a product that I really like. Like I said, it's currently in my cart at Stylevana, and I'm waiting for the right moment. I'm not buying it now. It's just sitting there waiting for the right moment, and then I will purchase it. So that is everything I have for you today. I really appreciate you spending your time with me and watching my update, and until the next one, I hope the day treats you well, and I hope the weather where you are is a heck lot nicer than it is here. Bye!